I am Dana Malcolm. Rashid Esson is here with me tonight. We have your evening edition of Top Stories for January 4th, 2024. Coming up, the news that matters most.
We love playing video games, and the only way to win is with a fast, reliable connection. Flow has the best fiber internet for gaming and streaming. We've even tested it in our gaming lab on 6 different consoles. When we're playing, we only see users on the Flow network. Flow Home Max plans allow up for 6 persons using 3 consoles or application with 200 megabytes per second. No buffering or lagging, and you get that for a low price. Stay in the game with Flow's fiber fast internet. Visit discoverflow.co. Conditions apply.
The Royal Turks and Caicos Islands Police Force has arrested a man accused of publicly groping a grieving woman in November 2023 while she was at her brother's funeral. The victim reached out to our news team with the update from the police, who had been advised of the incident along with the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigations, or FBI. Investigations are currently ongoing. The judiciary of the Turks and Caicos Islands is attempting to update its case file management system with help from the Caribbean Court of Justice. Following visits from CCJ representatives in December, implementation of the Aegis electronic case management system has been proposed for the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, ODPP. No date has been proposed for the completion of the electronic file management system. Rashid Esson is still to come. He has Caribbean stories.
There is simply nowhere else in the Turks and Caicos Islands that you can find such a wholesome variety of your favorite fresh foods. There is simply nowhere else in the Turks and Caicos Islands that you can find such outstanding service. And there is simply nowhere else in the TCI to answer your every food craving in a chic, comfortable, centrally located store. That's a place you can trust. Number 1 is Graceway IGA. Fresh, service, trust for over 20 years.
It's now time for your regional top stories. I'm Rashid Esson. Nearly 400 illegal migrants have been repatriated to the Dominican Republic by the U.S. Coast Guard between October and December 2023, most following the interdiction of illegal vessels in the Mona Passage. The most recent repatriation includes 62 migrants on December 30th and before that 85 on December 4th. Elected to serve in June last year, Guyana took its seat on the United Nations Security Council on Tuesday, January 2nd for a 2-year term. It joins the Council for the 3rd time as a non-permanent member, and this time under the theme, Partnering for Peace and Prosperity. A flag ceremony was held, and Guyana's permanent representative to the United Nations, Caroline Rodriguez Burkett, installed the country's flag. Speaking at the ceremony, Burkett highlights Guyana's intention as a member of the Council.
We will seek a people-centered approach, including the involvement of women and youth in the search for solutions, ever mindful that conflict is a driver of poverty and underdevelopment, and therefore inimical to the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals.
Joining Guyana are 5 other countries, namely Algeria, Korea, Sierra Leone, and Slovenia. The Nassau cruise port is again showing why it's a top destination in the world, setting the highest one-day visitor record in history with 29,316 passengers from 6 different vessels on December 27, 2023. This broke the previous record of 28,554 on February 27th the same year. Magnetic Media is your news leader. See these stories in full in the next edition of The Magnate.
Moving money from one site to the next, lots of cash transactions make you vulnerable? Need eyes on your investments no matter where you are? Are you looking for professional security escorts for your high net worth guests? Want to support Neighborhood Watch with skill patrols? Sounds like you need security solutions at Spence Security Services. Established in the Turks and Caicos since 1998. Get armored truck escort services from $150 and contact Spence Security for free consultation. Dependable, professional service you can trust. That's Spence Security.
The Turks and Caicos Islands have a new nonagenarian in the person of Mrs. Monica Bean. She celebrated her birthday on December 29th with a visit from Delaney Daniel Selvaratnam, TCI Governor. We wish Miss Bean the best on her significant milestone. The Royal Turks and Caicos Islands Police Force will have new leadership in just over a month as Edwin Martin, incoming commissioner, prepares to take up his post. The 37-year professional recently retired from the top spot in the Royal Grenada Police Force. He will be at the helm of the TCI force early on in 2024 after what has been 2 years of unseasonably high homicide rates. That is it for this edition of the news. I am Dana Malcolm. Rashid Esson was here with me on behalf of all of us at Magnetic Media. Thank you for joining us. Top Stories in 5 is a Magnetic Media production, and it is free to share.